This Appendix-I, Scale of Staff, Rates of Remuneration for Practical Examiners or Exam Functionaries. The supporting staff, as per details given below, is permitted to be deployed or used for helping the examiners in conduct of practical examination or project or internal assessment. For subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, geography, home science, the permissible support staff are Assistant Superintendent 1, 1 Laboratory Assistant and 1 Laboratory Bearer. Now for the subjects, computer subjects involving computer lab, the permissible support staff are 1 Assistant Superintendent, 1 Laboratory Assistant and 1 Laboratory Bearer. For music and dance, 1 instrument player, 1 music or dance room helper. For other subjects, there will be 1 assistant superintendent and 1 laboratory bearer. For sanitation or cleaning purpose, there will be 1 sanitation or cleaning staff per day. This is the rate of remuneration for support staff. For assistant superintendent, remuneration at the rate 250 rupees per day and conveyance at the rate 250 rupees per day. If it's for laboratory assistant, they get a remuneration at the rate 250 per day and conveyance at the rate 250 per day. Laboratory bearer, remuneration at the rate 250 rupees per day and conveyance at the rate 250 per day. Instrument player, remuneration at the rate 250 rupees per day and conveyance at the rate 250 per day. Music or dance room helper, remuneration at the rate 250 per day and conveyance at the rate 250 per day. Sanitation or cleaning staff, remuneration at the rate rupees 250 per day and conveyance at the rate 250 per day. Rates of remuneration for external examiners. For fine arts, at the rate 35 per candidate per subject, subject to minimum payment of 700 rupees per examiner. The examiner shall be required to conduct exam invariably in 2 sessions in a day in the same school if the number of candidates is more than 20. 300 rupees towards conveyance or refreshment or other charges. For all other subjects having practical component or project component, at the rate 25 rupees per candidate per subject, subject to minimum payment of 500 rupees per examiner. The examiner shall be required to conduct exam invariably in 2 sessions in a day in the same school if the number of candidates is more than 20. 300 rupees towards conveyance or refreshment or other charges. For physical education, at the rate rupees 25 per candidate per subject, subject to minimum payment of rupees 500 per examiner. The examiner shall be required to conduct the exam invariably in 2 sessions in a day in the same school if the number of candidates is more than 20. 300 rupees towards conveyance, refreshment or other charges. Rates of charges payable to the schools or centers. The subjects having practical component at the rate 25 rupees per candidate. For subjects having project component at the rate 10 rupees per candidate. And now the rates of remuneration for observer. Observer, if appointed by the board, remuneration will be rupees 750 per day and conveyance or refreshment or other charges rupees 300 per day. Note: outside observer will be paid TADA at approved rates. The payment to Chief Nodal Practical 4,000 rupees lump sum for entire duration. Rates for TADA: traveling expenses, outstation duties by train or air. Actual on production of ticket entitlement, second AC fare in respect of principal or central superintendent or observer or PGT for air journey prior approval of controller of examinations. Now, if it's journey by road at the rate 20 per kilometer per day. Hotel charges for outstation duties for principal or observer PGT 4,000 rupees per day. For TGT or teachers or other person 3,000 rupees per day. Daily allowance for outstation duties. For principal or central superintendent or observer or PGT at the rate 1,250 per day. For TGT or teachers or other person at the rate 1,125 per day. In respect of foreign schools, payment will be at the double rate of the rates mentioned above. Revised rate notified by the board, wide notification CBSE personnel A/revised rates 2025-26 /497176 dated 1st of December 2025. I hope this video helps schools and the teachers during practical exam conduct. Thank you for watching.